Welcome back to Rollerball Garage, everyone. This is Bill here, and I picked up a few items at an estate sale recently. So, without further ado, let's see what I picked up. Here we go. I went to an estate sale today and came out with this stuff for a total of $8. Let's see here. I paid $1 for the abrasive discs and the wire wheel. I paid $2.50 for the I think it's called a multi-purpose tool. Multi-function power tool. I've been wanting one of these. And for $2.50 I couldn't pass it up. And for $2.50 I bought this bread maker. It's in great shape. It's I've had a lot of them over the years. I think I've only bought one new one. This one's in good shape. I've had so many of them, I know their failure points by now. This one's not rusted out. And I plugged it in, and it does move. So I think it should work. There's no rust on the bottom. There's no rust on the part where you take the pan out. The paddle moves freely, so I think it might be a user. Now, let's look at this little jewel here. Hang on a minute. Sorry about the noise. I had to turn the fan on. It's just pretty brutal out here as far as the heat goes. Anyway, I saw this thing out in a shed that had. It's a space heater, and I'd like to have a space heater to put out here in the wintertime in the garage. They had $10. She asked $10 for it, and I said, I think I'll pass. But then I went back later and went in the shed, and I said, "Is that thing still here?" She said, "Yeah." So she said, "Here, let me plug it in. Let's make sure it works." And we plugged it in, and it does not work. So I said, "Well, I might still buy it if the price was right." She said $2. And I said, "Okay." So I paid $2 for this. I brought it home, plugged it in. Sure enough, it does not work. But I thought it might be fun to diagnose it and see if we get it to work, clean it up. I've seen Scoutcrafter do these before, and we'll see. A quick peek in there looked like the coils were okay, but you just never know. So anyway, I thought it might be fun to take it apart and see if we can't fix it. At least maybe we can find out how and why it failed. So anyway, that's my $8 estate sale haul. Well, let's see here. I noticed one thing about this thing. It's kind of, paint's burned off up here. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. Bad sign? I don't know if it can be a good sign. Anyway, I believe the first thing we need to do is clean the dirt off of it so we can, I don't want to get all dirty just by handling the thing. So let me do that. Cleaned off the prongs of this plug. Let's plug it in one more time, just see if it might possibly come alive. Hope I don't blow a fuse here. Aha! Oh yeah, it's putting out warm air. Oh yeah, bingo. How about that? I paid $250 for this multi-function power tool, it's called. I've been wanting one of these. This is not the original case, I don't think. Something, in fact, I know it's not. Somebody took a perfectly good Sears box and chopped a couple of holes in it. Just a plastic box. But it's got instructions and an Allen wrench. Looks like some attachments or blades or whatever you call them. And I did plug it in once and it made noise, so I think it works. It does something. So this should be a project. That looks like a diamond edge on there. So this should be a interesting little project to maybe get that thing working. I have to read up on it. Yeah, I can definitely feel it vibrating. So, okay, well, I think we can hopefully make that into a useful tool. Not bad for $250, I think. I went back to the estate sale. I'd already made 2 trips there. This is one of those estate sales that they come along about once a year in this area anyway. And I picked up this thing. I really don't know why. I've got a nice bench grinder already. But I don't know, I just bought it. I've modified one bench grinder, a smaller one, to use wire wheels. And I've kind of had that in mind. The one that I modified is kind of on its last legs. Anyway, this guy, I understand, was a retired truck mechanic, and he had a shed full of stuff. This has got a custom built stand, and the shed was just full of cool stuff. So anyway, I dragged this thing home. They were asking $25 for it, and I said, they're really wanting to get rid of stuff. So I wound up paying $5 for it. So I think this thing has led a really hard life. So let's plug it in and see if it does anything. Whoa. Whoa. It doesn't sound too good at all. Maybe the bushings are probably shot or something. Who knows? Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to tear into it for $5. We'll have $5 worth of fun out of it anyway. So that makes my total for that entire estate sale $13. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the items that I picked up at the estate sale. There weren't a lot of items, but I think there may be a few nice projects in there. One in particular, I think the space heater is going to be a fun little project and very useful as well. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment, and we will see you next time. Bye now.